Quarterfinal heat number 2 has entered the lineup. Molly Picklum, Gabriela, Bryan. Two surfers firmly locked in that final 5 fight. Both of them in the top 10. Molly Picklum, I'd say one of the fieriest competitors on the championship tour.
So right now the surfers in the water are at least 150 yards further up the point than that last heat of after they established position. So they're gonna be really deep. We got Gabby finding an open face though. Wow, looks like a beautiful wave, super deep, trying to make this section. Can she get around it? We'll see what happens right here on the inside. Big hat coming, there it was, with that tail whip down in the low part of the wave. Beautiful work. So finding that first wave, great flow coming through the inside, nice, you know, in the lip work. See what she can finish off on the inside strong. Bang, there it is. Take it away, guys.
Love to see that in real time.
It's really going to be the work on the outside, and as Gabby always does, Chris, likes to get the first wave of the heat, establish positioning.
Look how fast she's going right here.
It's this one carve though, she comes around it and whack all the way down. Like, that's radical, and it's so difficult to be able to position yourself behind the white water after you're diminishing all your speed. And then she cleans it up well here on the inside. I thought she was going to get barreled for a moment. Decides to go around it and then gets a little click to finish. So a great exchange.
Positioning. Thinking these surfers might just be a little too deep. They show us how good they really are. Most surfers on the planet probably wouldn't have made that section that Gabriela Bryan did. She made full use of it, ripping all the way to the inside. Meanwhile, Molly Picklum, smaller wave. She's going to stick with it. A little tomfoolery there on the inside, showing us her fins, but man, I love those turns that Gabriela Bryan just did.
Yeah. Molly seemed like she had a great wave on the outside, though. How's that arc in the pocket? Also brought it all the way around to you. So Pickles off to a great start.
And she was able to harness that speed into a beautiful arcing carve. So here's the answer back from Molly Picklum. And I've asked to cut that turn short, but she goes up a fearless approach into the lip. And that's what we expect now from Molly, right? She does not care.
Going to be a throwaway in the end, but look at that, just a bit too late. Not the right amount of speed, but she gets there in time, and we're seeing what I think is one of the highest scores out of the women's event. Got to give props to her, though. She even tried to ride out of that thing at the end.
Each got herself a 10-point ride in the eventual victory. I mean, just trying that with no hesitation. Love the way Molly Picklum surfs, and I love the way she thinks about it, right? She saw that lip, and most surfers, again, take 99% would see that lip and straighten out.
She got a 9 off of it, and as you said, the high 9 that she had over there at Sunset Beach, and you know, this is a nice little recovery wave. The one carve right there, a bit slower, and then this section right here was a bit difficult to navigate in terms of actually pushing a bit harder.
Passes just by her. It gives Molly Picklum the opportunity to potentially grab this gem from second priority, cranks it off the bottom, big turn off the top, too much speed, she goes down. That one's going to sting a little bit as Gabriela Bryan now could capitalize on her positioning out the back. This one's got a double up on it. It's going to form up underneath her feet, takes the top rib, smashes the lip, rides out.
Impressive.
A couple good turns there for Gabriela Bryan, so that was an interesting set right there. Since her win at Bell's, hasn't made her way into the semifinals until today. So congratulations to Katie Simmers, surfing her way back into the semis. And I love that she's giving respect out there to the rest of the women on the championship tour. Molly Picklum's making it a heat. She's got a 5.33 as her high mark. She's sitting out the back with priority, and she is up. Here we go. This one looks like a runner. Good speed, solid section to work with. Straight into the lip, airdrop, snap. Another nicely placed turn.
Finish it.
She is so rad. No hesitation. That was a gnarly section.
Yeah, it was.
And she just looked at that thing and said, let's go. This was really cool.
And a really hollow wave at the beginning, too, further up the point. Look at the technique right there coming out of it. Always bending the knees, recovers well, and that gets in that extra carve. And right here, I'm just like, get an extra tap in. If you can get an extra 0.5, maybe even a point out of it, do it. But look at the size of the wave, too, and how hollow it is at the top of the point. Commitment was there. The degree of difficulty was there. and it's a major point of difference that we have still not seen up until this point today. Look at that airdrop. That is a big wave. It's a huge amount of commitment right there, and she's going to be well rewarded.
And here we go. We're off to the races. 12:42 to go here in quarterfinal heat number 2. We got Gabriela Bryan hammering this wave from the outside. Beautiful, well, halfway beautiful turn. Kind of slipped out through the middle there. Corrected her mistake. Accidental tube ride. Now she's back at it. Straight back into control. Gabriela Bryan. Sweet series of carves right there. Solid finish. But unlike Public Enemy said, Gabriela Bryan did not believe the hype. She's taking it to Molly right now. Surfing really strong and even correcting mistakes mid-wave, which is really hard to do.
Yeah, got lucky right there too. Chris had to put her front hand on the board too just to stabilize herself. Cleaned it up well here on the inside, but the score comes through as a 6.1 despite the big finish right there. Didn't improve on the mid-6 that she already has. I mean, I think if she rides out of the second carve cleanly, we're probably seeing something close to excellence, but major loss of control. See how she has to put the front hand on the top of the board right there just to make sure that she's riding out stable out of it. Then comes to the inside right here and a bit broken up because we saw the lack of flow.
That turn was cool.
But the big finish right here wasn't as rewarded because it's not on the outside. The section.
Little hair flip, mini claim right there. Not mad at it. Love to see it. Here we go. Molly Picklum digging rail. Molly Picklum digging rail. That is a sentence you don't hear often. What's going on right now with Molly Picklum? Big sat rolling through. Molly Picklum might have got the memo. Here we go. Up and out. Never mind. Yeah, why not? Turn and burn. Here we go. Gabriela Bryan on the inside. This wave bowls up.
Oh!
She takes the exit. Straight into the vortex. Will this be the wave that does it? This could be a heat swinger. Here we go. Molly Picklum up and at it. This one's growing down the line. See the opening carve. Set up there. Stand back in the pocket. This one shrank a little bit down the line, but here we go. The double up. And she gets hung up and just right there. Caught behind the section, so that wave had a mind of its own. We thought it was going to run off down the line and give her a nice, beautiful open-faced wall to work with. It's like Molly's having a look at the first one. And this one could be a grower. Here we go. Speed section on the outside. Smashes it. Picklum fighting her way around this section, hoping for this wave to build up down the line, and it does not. So a second dud of a wave from Molly Picklum. And it looked like, I mean, when she took off, it looked like that wave was going to be perfect. It really dissipated quickly down the line. Tide is dropping out. And here we go, Gabriela Bryan. She's got a great section to work with on the outside. Beautiful carve to start this wave. Just pushing her down the line. Smashes that section with full force. Stays on her board. Lets the judges know I'm in control. So a 3-turn combo there for Gabriela Bryan that could have just sealed the deal. And I think this score right here could be better than the 6-6-7. That first turn was really nice.
Yeah, and the second one more of a setup, but
bam.
Nice little banger right there at the end too. Much larger wave as well. Once again, though, she did put that front hand on the top of the board, so there was a big lack of control right there at the end. They didn't really pick that up too much on live action, but the first carve for sure committed, especially when you come to the critical sections out there, the degree of difficulty of a lot of these maneuvers, especially with the speed involved.
Gouge away.
Yeah, it was beautiful, but it's a setup right here, and still a good amount of intensity throughout it.
A well-earned victory for Gabriela Bryan.
And some things never go out of style, Chris. We can count speed, power, flow as 3 of those things right there, but the consistency of competition, too, is something that stands out for Gabby Bryan. We saw it in this quarter right here.
Well, make way up at the top. Molly Picklum is out. Gabriela Bryan moves on into the semifinal.
Yeah, Gabriela Bryan coming in excited, making the semifinals here in El Salvador. I talked to Dog before that heat, and he said he told you, hey, you're going to need, you want a good score, a great score, right? But you're going to need those medium scores. How did you start getting to work early to make sure you got those locked in?
Yeah, I guess I kind of just wanted to win the first exchange and start off on a positive note, which I'm happy I did. And then I think I got 2 6s back to back. So then after that, I kind of had to wait because I wanted a better score. And yeah, it all ended up working out really well. And I'm glad I didn't slip off on that last 8. I was like, whoa, and then I pulled it off, so I was stoked.
Yeah, not just a better score, but your best single wave score here in El Salvador, that 8.33. Talk to me about what you saw.
Yeah, it was a bigger wave, and I just had the right cup on the first section. I was like, if I can get into this thing and do one of my cars and then finish it, it'll be a pretty solid score. So yeah, I saw that when I was taking off and just gave it everything I got in that first section, and had a wild end turn and worked out. I'm stoked.
As you should be. On to the semifinals. Dog said you get 1 fist bump and then you reset. How do you do that?
Yeah, I already got my fist bump, so I guess I'm resetting now. But yeah, he's been doing great. He just told me before that heat these are the days we dream of as professional surfers, going out with Molly, same age, out surfing the world's best waves. So just have fun, and that's what we're doing.
Congratulations. See you in the next one.
Thanks.